They shoved me out here, onto this rotting slab of concrete they dare call a patio, where the air's thick with grease and despair, and a neon sign that sputters like a dying insect, buzzing its last pathetic gasps. This is where dreams come to choke, where the unwanted are discarded like yesterday's trash. Sweetheart, it's just better this way, Mom hissed, her lips so tight they could have shattered her fake porcelain veneers, her eyes darting to the glass doors where the real family sat, the ones who mattered, the ones who glittered like cheap tinsel under the grimy chandeliers of this suffocating, pretentious hellhole of a club. Velvet drapes sagging with decades of dust, fake laughter slicing through the air, glasses clinking with wine that costs more than they think I've ever seen. They think I'm scraping by, that I'm some pathetic nobody, a ghost in their shining world, fiddling with arts and nonsense while they, the golden gods, parade their bloated egos and their leased Ferraris, their lives built on lies and borrowed time. You'll be more comfortable out here, she said, her fingers twitching at her gaudy emerald necklace, her voice dripping with that pity she's weaponized for years, honed to a razor's edge. Comfortable. Right. On this rusted metal chair that creaks like it's mocking me, with a paper napkin flapping in the humid, oil-soaked breeze, while inside, my brother Ethan and sister Lila preen like vultures picking at a corpse, the tailored suits and sequined dresses screaming money they don't even own, money they've never earned. Ethan's voice booms through the open door, smug as a snake oil salesman, to Dad's 65th, and to our empire. Empire. What a sick joke. His empire is a chain of failing gyms, stinking of sweat and desperation, propped up by shady loans and Dad's blind, stupid faith. Lila chimes in, her laugh like shards of glass grinding underfoot, and to my new boutique opening in Milan. Milan. She's never even left this smog-choked city, but sure, her overpriced, tacky scarves are high fashion. I sit here, picking at the soggy, pathetic salad they dumped in front of me, the kind of afterthought meal you'd toss to a stray dog, while they toast their delusions, their lies, their crumbling facades. My phone vibrates, 5 missed calls from my VP, each one a scream in my pocket. The merger's burning hotter than hell, $12 billion dangling on a knife's edge, and I'm out here, exiled, banished to this cracked concrete purgatory because my little creative projects don't fit their shiny narrative of success. They don't know I'm the one who clawed a media conglomerate out of nothing, from a laptop in a molded basement, while they were busy posing for Instagram in their borrowed designer eggs, chasing likes like junkies chase a hit. You okay out there, loser? Ethan calls, leaning out the door, his Rolex glinting like he wants it to burn my eyes out. Plenty of room for failures on the patio. The table inside erupts, their laughter a blade twisting in my gut, and Dad's deep, cruel chuckle cuts the deepest, because of course, he's the king of this circus of venom, the ringleader of their endless cruelty. I force a smile, my hands trembling under the table, not from fear but from the rage I've choked down for years, a volcano of hate and hurt bubbling under my skin, ready to erupt. My phone buzzes again, urgent text from my COO, deals moving faster than a wildfire. Need you in Dubai by midnight. Dubai, where my jet's waiting, engines humming, ready to carry me to a boardroom that makes their sad little gym chain and scarf hustle look like kids playing pretend with Monopoly money. But they don't know. They never asked. They saw my thrift store coat, my scuffed boots, the quiet I wrapped myself in like armor, and they decided I was nothing, less than nothing. She's just artsy, Mom would sigh, her voice thick with disappointment, like I was some failed painter begging for their scraps. Scraps? I've been bankrolling their whole pathetic lifestyle, funneling millions through shell companies to keep Dad's precious legacy from collapsing while Ethan drives it into the dirt with his arrogance and incompetence. Inside, Lila's holding court like some wannabe queen, waving her manicured claws, droning on about her Vogue feature. Vogue. She paid a sketchy publicist $50,000 for mention on some no-name blog. But sure, call it Vogue, you delusional witch. And you, sweetheart. Mom calls out, her voice syrupy with fake concern, arranging my sad little place setting like she's doing me a charity. How's your little art thing? Little art thing. That's what they call the empire I built, the one that owns half the streaming platforms they waste their empty lives binging on, the one that's about to close a deal that'll make their combined net worth look like the change I'd find in my couch cushions if I had a couch they'd approve of. It's fine, I mutter, the same tired lie I fed them for years, because why even try? They never listened, never cared. They saw my silence, my plain clothes, my refusal to play their game of flash and lies, and they wrote me off, branded me failure, embarrassment, failure, the one who didn't even deserve a seat at their precious table. My phone lights up again. Helicopters 10 minutes out. Boards assembled. I glance through the glass, watching them laugh, their faces glowing with smug, poisonous superiority. Ethan's droning on about his $30 million expansion plan, which I know is pure fantasy because I've seen his books, $10 million in debt, barely hidden by his sloppy, desperate accounting tricks. Dad's lapping it up, raising his glass like Ethan's some kind of genius. That's my boy. Building the family name. The family name. The one I've been quietly propping up, buying their failing ventures through proxies, saving them from the bankruptcy they're too arrogant to see coming, or while they sneered at me, mocked me, spat on me. My sister sashays out, her heels clicking like gunshots, a champagne flute dangling from her fingers like a weapon. "Oh, hun, you have to let me fix you up," she sneers, eyeing my simple sweater like it's a personal betrayal. This whole minimalist vibe, it's not giving success. Fake it till you make it, you know? Oh, wait. Her laugh is cruel, sharp, a dagger aimed at my heart. I guess you're still faking, huh? I bite my tongue so hard I taste blood, the metallic tang mixing with the bile rising in my throat, thinking about the Wall Street Journal spread dropping next week. The Invisible Mogul, how Jane Doe built a media empire in the shadows. Jane Doe. That's me. Not Jane, not Doe, but the name they'll choke on when the headlines hit, when the world sees what I've done while they were busy laughing. My phone buzzes. Helicopters landing. The distant thrum grows louder, a low, angry growl slicing through the humid, suffocating air. Lila frowns, squinting at the sky like it's personally offending her. "What's that noise?" she snaps, her voice dripping with entitlement. Mom's pearls clatter as she turns, her socialite instincts twitching like a cornered animal. "Who would dare?" she starts, but her words choke off as the black beast descends, my company's logo, a snarling wolf, teeth bared, blazing on its side like a war cry. The wind from the blades rips through the patio, sending napkins, Mom's precious flower arrangements, and their fragile egos into chaos, scattering like the lies they've built their lives on. They freeze, their champagne glasses trembling in their manicured hands, their faces pale like they've seen a ghost. My security chief steps out, all crisp suit and A-piece, like he walked out of a world they are too small, too pathetic to even dream of. "Miss Doe," he says, voice like a blade, "the board needs you $12 billion, terms finalized, awaiting your signature." The words hit like a bomb, a nuclear blast tearing through their perfect little bubble. Ethan's glass slips, shatters on the floor, champagne pooling like his dreams, like his lies, like his entire worthless life. $12 billion. Mom stammers, her hand clutching her chest like she's auditioning for a melodrama, her eyes wide with something I've never seen before. Fear. Dad steps out, his patriarch swagger crumbling, his eyes darting like he's seeing me for the first time, like he's realizing he's been worshipping the wrong gods all along. "Jane, what the hell is this?" he demands, but his voice cracks, and I drink it in, I savor it, I let it fuel the fire that's been burning in me for decades. "Just some business," I say, standing, brushing off my sweater like I'm shaking off their judgment, their pity, their venom. "You know, my little art thing." I pull out my phone, flash the news alert that just hit. Wolf Media closes $12 billion merger. Jane Doe revealed as CEO. The screen glows like a beacon, and their faces twist, contort, collapse under the weight of the truth they've spent years ignoring. You're wolf media. Ethan chokes, his voice small, shrinking, like his dissolving into the nothing has always been. The one buying up streaming platforms. The one that bought your failing gyms last quarter. I cut in, my voice a blade, sharp and merciless, slicing through his ego like it's tissue paper. Through a shell company. You were too busy bragging about your $30 million empire to notice you were bankrupt, drowning in debt you couldn't even spell. Lila gasps, her hand flying to her mouth, her precious boutique dreams crumbling like ash under the weight of my truth. You bought us. Dad whispers, his voice a ghost, a shadow of the man who used to loom over me, who used to make me feel small. Yeah, I say, grabbing my battered leather bag, the one Lila called tragically basic an hour ago, the one that holds contracts worth more than their entire lives. While you were laughing at me, spitting on me, I was saving your sorry legacy from the ruin you built. You're welcome. The helicopter's blade slow, idling, waiting for me like a loyal beast, while my CFO's chopper lands behind it, kicking up more chaos, more papers, more of their fragile, pathetic egos. Jane, Mom pleads, her voice desperate now, cracking like cheap glass. Wished, talk. Maybe join us inside. The head of the table, the head of the table. I laugh, and it's raw, jagged, a scream tearing out of me, a howl of rage and pain and vindication that's been locked in my chest for decades. You banished me out here, to this rotting slab, because my artsy nonsense embarrassed you, because I didn't flaunt my wins like your golden kids, your lying, cheating, failing kids. Now you want me inside? Now that you know I own the game you're playing, the board you're standing on, the air you're breathing. Ethan tries to slither back, stepping forward, his fake charm oozing like oil. Sis, let's talk business. Synergies, you know? We could. Synergies. I snap, cutting him off, my voice a whip, cracking through the air. You mean the gyms I already own? The ones you tanked while posing for selfies, while snorting your ego up your nose. Save it, Ethan. Save your lies for someone who cares. My phone buzzes. Markets open in 2 hours. Need you now. I turn to my security chief, his face a wall of stone. Let's go. He nods, crisp, professional, while my family gapes like fish in a drying puddle, the mouths opening and closing, no sound coming out, just panic, just realization, just the dawning horror that they've been worshipping the wrong idol all along. Wait. Dad calls, his voice breaking, raw, desperate. We didn't know. We thought. You thought I was nothing, I say, stepping toward the chopper, my boots heavy on the concrete, each step a hammer driving nails into their lies. You thought I was the failure, the embarrassment, the one who didn't belong. You never asked, never cared. You sat there, toasting your fake empires, your paper castles, while I built a real one, a fortress, a world you'll never touch. And you know what? I don't need your table. I don't need your pity, your lies, your love. I own the whole damn club. The blades roar as I climb in, my team waiting, contracts in hand, their faces sharp with purpose, with loyalty, with the kind of respect my family never gave me. Through the window, I see them, Mom clutching her pearls like they'll save her, Lila subbing into her champagne, her mascara streaking like war paint, Ethan staring at the ground like it might swallow him whole, dead looking smaller than I've ever seen him, a king dethroned, a god reduced to dust. The chopper lifts off, and I don't look back. I won't. I can't. My phone's blowing up now. Texts from them. Pathetic, desperate, groveling. Jane, let's talk. We're family. I always knew you were special. I forward them to my assistant. File under too late. The news hits as we fly, the city's smog-choked skyline sprawling below like a battlefield. Jane Doe, the shadow mogul, redefines power. My assistant's voice crackles through my headset. Your brother's at the office gate. Says he wants to collaborate. He's got a gym bag full of proposals. Looks like he wrote them in crayon. I laugh. Cold. Sharp. A sound that could cut glass. Tell him to mail them. I'm busy buying his world out from under him. By morning, the headlines are everywhere, screaming my name, my truth, my victory. From patio to power, Jane Doe's $12 billion empire. My family's group chat. Oh, the one they never added me to, the one I hacked years ago just to see how much they hated me. It's exploding, a dumpster fire of panic and desperation. Emergency meeting. We need to talk about Jane. How did we miss this? She can't do this to us. I send one reply, my fingers steady, my heart a furnace, busy. Try my secretary. Maybe she'll pencil you in next year. Then I call my real estate team, my voice calm, lethal. The club, I say, staring out at the city, its towers gleaming like knives in the dawn. Buy it. And when you do, tear down that patio. Burn it. Salt the earth. No one gets exiled anymore. The next day, they show up at their precious lunch spot, their sanctuary of lies, only to find my logo on the doors, Wolf Media Property. They are texting again, begging, pleading, offering me the head of their sad little table, offering me their love, their respect, their lies. I don't answer. I'm in Dubai, signing deals that make their dreams look like pocket change, wearing my same scuffed boots because I don't need their approval, the labels, their poison. They thought they could bury me out there, on that cracked, rotting concrete, under their sneeze, their pity, their endless, endless cruelty. They thought I was nothing, just the quiet one, the failure, the one who didn't belong. But I was building, scheming, bleeding, winning while they preened, while they lied, while they laughed. And now? Now they're the ones outside, staring through the glass at a world I own, a world I built with my own hands, my own blood, my own rage. They can keep their toasts, their fake empires, their crumbling, pathetic egos. I've got an empire that doesn't need their validation, their tables, their lies. I've got the sky, the chopper, the billions they'll never touch, the power they'll never understand. And the best part, they'll spend the rest of their lives choking on the truth, gagging on it, drowning in it, the one they banished to the patio, the one they spat on, the one they broke, was the one who bought their whole damn world. The days after our blur of their desperation, their groveling, their pathetic attempts to claw their way back into my life, my world, my empire. My phone buzzes endlessly, the messages piling up like garbage in a landfill. Ethan, sis, we need to talk. I've got ideas for the gyms, real game changers. Lila, darling, let me style you for the Forbes shoot. You need to shine. Mom, the club's buzzing about your helicopters. The Hendersons want to host a gala for you. Dad, princess, I always knew you had it in you. Let's discuss the family legacy. I forward them all to my assistant, my fingers cold, my heart colder, archive under pathetic. The headlines keep coming, each one a knife twisting in their egos. Jane Doe, the quiet billionaire who owned the game. Wolf Media's $12 billion triumph, a story of revenge and power. From exile to empire, Jane Doe's untold rise. The business news channels can't get enough, the anchors scrambling to tell my story, the story of the woman who built a fortress while her family laughed, who rose from the ashes of their cruelty to burn their world down. My assistant's voice crackles through the intercom. Your sister's in the lobby again. She's got a gift bag from some designer, says it's a peace offering. I smake, leaning back in my chair, the city sprawling below my corner office, 60 stories above their lies. Let me guess, I say, the same bag she said was too good for someone like me last Christmas. The very one, my assistant replies, her voice dry. Send her up. I glance at my schedule, meetings with investors who'd sell their souls to back my next venture, my net worth climbing another billion since the merger closed. No, I say, my voice flat, final. Give her my card. My real card. I can picture Lila's face when she sees it, when she reads my title for the first time. Jane Doe, CEO and founder, Wolf Media. The same company that's been rewriting the rules of power while she was busy mocking my sad little sweater. My phone rings. Dad, again. I put it on speaker, let his voice fill the room while I scan acquisition proposals, each one a weapon, each one a step toward a world they'll never touch. Jane, he says, his voice stripped of its usual arrogance. We need to talk. The family business. It's, which business? I cut in, my voice ice. The media empire you never noticed I was building? Or the gyms I had to rescue from your golden boy's mismanagement? Silence. Then, quietly, both. I laugh, a sound that's more snarl than joy. You underestimated me, I say, leaning forward, my eyes on the city, my city. You all did. You called me a failure, a nobody, a joke. You laughed while I bled, while I built, while I won. And that was your mistake. That was your gift to me. What do you mean? He asks, his voice small, broken. While you were chasing appearances, I was building substance, I say, my voice rising, raw, unstoppable. While you preened at your sad little club, I created value. While you exiled me to the patio, I bought the world. And the best part, you never saw it coming. You were too busy laughing, too busy lying, too busy feeling superior to notice the empire I built under your noses. My assistant appears, signaling my investors are here, their eyes hungry, their hands itching to sign deals that'll make history. I have to go, I tell Dad, my voice flat. Unlike you, I actually built my success, not just talked about it. Wait, he says, desperate now. Your mother's hosting a dinner tonight. We need you there. Can't. I cut him off, standing, grabbing my bag. I'm closing another acquisition. But feel free to toast Ethan's $30 million dreams without me. I'm sure they sound real impressive from the patio. I hang up, the silence in the room heavy, electric, alive with the power I've clawed from their lies, their cruelty, their blindness. The next day, my family's texts flood in, a tidal wave of desperation. Ethan, this changes everything. Sis, we need to strategize. Mom, darling, I always knew you were destined for greatness. Lila, let's do lunch. I'll bring the champagne. I forward them to a folder labeled patio lies, then turn to the acquisition proposals on my desk. One catches my eye, a chance to buy the club, their precious sanctuary, the place where they banished me, where they laughed, where they broke me. I call my real estate team, my voice calm, deadly. Make the offer, I say. And when they accept, change the rules. No more patios, no more exile. Everyone gets a seat, or no one does. The next morning, they arrive at their beloved lunch spot, only to find my logo on the doors, my name on the deed, my empire swallowing their world whole. They are texting again, begging, groveling, offering me their love, their table, their lies. I don't answer. I'm in my office, staring out at the city, my boots still scuffed, my heart still scarred, but my empire unbreakable, unstoppable, mine. They thought they could bury me, crush me, erase me on that rotting patio, under their sneeze, their pity, their endless, endless hate. They thought I was nothing, just the quiet one, the failure, the one who didn't belong. But I was building, bleeding, burning, winning while they laughed, while they lied, while they preened. And now? Now they are the ones outside, staring through the glass at a world I own, a world I built from the ashes of their cruelty, from the wreckage of their lies. They can keep their toasts, their fake empires, their sad, crumbling egos. I've got an empire that doesn't need their validation, their tables, their love. I've got the sky, the chopper, the billions they'll never touch, the power they'll never understand. And the best part, they'll spend the rest of their lives choking on the truth, drowning in it, suffocating under it, the one they banished to the patio, the one they broke, the one they hated, was the one who bought their whole damn world. And I'm not done. Not by a long shot. The club was just the beginning, a warm-up, a taste of the vengeance I'd been brewing for years. My real estate team's already eyeing their houses, their vacation homes, their sad little legacy properties, every brick they thought was theirs, every blade of grass they thought they owned. I'll buy it all, piece by piece, until they are renters in my world, until they are begging for a seat at my table, a table they'll never touch. Ethan's gyms, I'm folding them into my empire, rebranding them, turning them into something real, something profitable, something he'll never get credit for. Lila's boutique? I'm negotiating with her suppliers, undercutting her, squeezing her out until her Milan dreams are just another failure she can cry about over cheap wine. Mom's precious socialite circle? I'm hosting my own gala next month, and they are already RSVPing, already kissing up, already forgetting her name. Dad's legacy? I'm rewriting it, reshaping it, making it mine, because he never deserved it, never earned it, never saw me. My phone buzzes again. Another text from Ethan. Another plea. Another lie. Sis, I'm sorry. I didn't know. Let's work together. I laugh, a sound that's more animal than human, and delete it. He's sorry now. Sure. Now that he's drowning. Now that he's nothing. Now that I'm everything. They are all sorry now. But sorry doesn't erase the years of sneeze, the years of exile, the years of pain they carved into me like initials in a tree. Sorry doesn't erase the patio, the soggy salad, the laughter that still echoes in my night maze. Sorry doesn't erase the truth. They broke me, and I rebuilt myself, stronger, sharper, deadlier. They made me this way, and now they'll live with it. They'll choke on it. They'll die under it. The news keeps coming, a relentless wave of my victory, my power, my truth. Jane Doe, the billionaire who built an empire in silence. Wolf Media's $12 billion triumph. A story of vengeance and victory. From exile to empress, Jane Doe's untold rise. The world's obsessed. The internet's on fire. My name trending. My story viral. My pain a spectacle for millions. And my family. They are footnotes now. Side characters in my epic. Their names fading. Their lies exposed. Their empires crumbling. They thought they were the stars, but they were just extras. Just props. Just noise. I'm the story now. The plot. The climax. The ending. I'm the empire. The power. The truth. And I'm not stopping. Not until every piece of their world is mine. Not until every lie they told is ash. Not until every laugh they aimed at me is a scream of regret. They thought they could bury me, but I was a seed, a spark, a storm. They thought they could break me, but I was steel, fire, fury. They thought they could exile me, but I was building, planning, winning. And now? Now I'm the one with the chopper, the billions, the empire. Now I'm the one with the power, the truth, the world. And they? They are just the ones who laughed, who lied, who lost. They are just the ones who banished me to the patio, not knowing I'd buy the whole damn club, the whole damn city, the whole damn sky. And the best part, they'll never stop choking on it, never stop drowning in it, never stop regretting the day they thought they could break me. Because I'm Jane Doe, and I'm not just surviving, I'm ruling.